Hey guys, Krabs here. Going to be doing our summer 1916 turn for France in Operation Caporetto. So the only thing that happens besides the random events this turn is Romania aligned at the start of the round, so on Germany's turn. Quick recap, Germany couldn't take back Western Germany, so Britain went in reinforced. Austria-Hungary attacked Bavaria and into Romania and could not take those. The dice were not on their side in that. And then Britain swung in and took Western Hungary. I think that was really the big things that happened last turn. So with tech, we'll go poison gas and defense in depth. And that is a miss on gas, but a hit on defense in depth, so that's finished. So for our buys, this turn we're getting a free tier lower colonial infantry. And then we're going to cash and carry an airship for one less, so that'll be for 6. For 6 more, we'll do 3 colonials. 8, we'll do 2 Zouaves. 12 for, I keep forgetting they're 5 in this game. So we will do that. 9 for 3 infantry. 4 for a stage of this dreadnought on stage 4 to move it up to stage 3. And in total, that's 6, 12, 20, 30, 34, and 43. So we've got $4 left. And I think what we're going to do is buy a colonial upgrade. Actually, no. We'll spend 2 on diplomacy, so that puts us up to 45, and then with the other 2, we're going to buy supplies for the nationalists. So we'll just send this over here and get us a little flaggy flag for the nationalists. And then I'll just have to double check on, or like when the supplies actually get sent. So that should be it, and then our 2 for diplomacy. So we're going to roll for Denmark and the Netherlands. So we'll do Denmark in blue, Netherlands in orange. And double miss. Okay, so that's all 47 of that spent. Alright, so for combat moves, we are going to be raiding the Italians while this line is still open. And following that, we will send these guys down to hit Tripletania. And then this transport is going to grab this Zouave and drop him in northern Italy. Along with this dreadnought is going to bombard. And then everything from southern France is going to move into northern Italy. There we go. Okay, so that'll be that. And then take an arty and an infantry, and these guys are gonna go to Eastern Germany. No, not crossing any rivers. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. And I think that might be it. We'll do an attrition attack into Campania. This railgun is going to attrition attack into Berlin, because I don't think, yeah, he doesn't have counter battery fire. So that railgun will attrition into there, along with these other two normal artillery are going to attrition into Berlin as well. And I think that'll be it for us. So for this big battle, I'll go ahead and just move all this down. And we'll get to that here in a second. After I clear all this out. So railgun, pretty sure those are at 7. Heavy arty is at 6. Normal arty at 4. And then with an effective commander, all of these infantry will be +1, but I want to say that that's mountain territory. Ooh, mountain border. So they will just be -1 first round. Can't forget my landing guy. And actually, since the Zouaves are mountain infantry, so they won't get the mountain deficit. So they'll get their +1 from the commander. And then a first strike at 3 from the dreadnought. And then all of these guys are -1 from the mountains. And that looks like all of them. So no trench line off the start, so don't even have to worry about that. But he does have a an effective commander, so that is increasing. Pretty sure all infantry class, cav, and yeah, and then other infantry class. Okay, so we'll start up here. So for rating, our coastal sub is going to be in red, defender will be in black. We're getting a +1. That's 6 to a 4, so that's the 1 damage that we can do on the Italians. So we won't even bother rolling for the seaplane. Italy. There they are. So down to $6. We'll roll out this attack. So we've got a camel at 3, I believe. Never hurts to double check, because I always forget these things. Camel at 3, and then the colonials will be down to 1 because of the desert. So a 3 and 2 1s. Oh, never mind. Okay, got the hit. So, and then he's firing back at 2. And missed. So Tripolitania goes down. That goes to the French. Perfect. Okay, gotta adjust income. So France up by 1 to 39. Italy is down to 5. Let's do this one real quick. I'm pretty sure trench fighters defend it too, yeah. Okay, so infantry, trench fighter. So Artie gets a first strike at 4, and then the infantry will be boosted to 3. So our Artie in 4 is the first strike, and then our infantry boosted to 3 will be the yellow. And no hits, so he'll defend with a 4 and a 2 with target select. And double hit, so both of those go away. So that attack just utterly failed. We'll do our attrition attack, so a railgun at 3 and then 2 Artie at 2. So our railgun at 3 will be in black, 2 Arties at 1 will be in yellow. So there's 1, 2, 2 hits. I will let him figure out what he wants to take those on, because I don't know what he's going to take those on. But we shall see. So just I'll have to make a note of that. And then I believe the only other thing is going to be, this attrition attack into Campania. Missed. And then we've got our attack into northern Italy that I definitely wanted to bring this tank in. Completely forgot that that tank was even there. But that's what he was going to do, so. So these guys are getting boosted from that. There's also 4 Artie present, so they will also get boosted from Artie, along with one other guy, because there's 4 total. So we've got our Bombard, and then 2 normal Artie, that Artie, that Artie. So we've got heavy Artie and the railgun. So there's 1 hit with first strike, and 2 first strikes. So I reckon he would take 2 militia. Okay, so we've got 5 at 2 for infantry. That's no hits. We've got the tank will actually be down at 2, so we'll roll another one for the tank. Missed. 1 infantry at 3. Missed. And then we've got our 3 Zouaves at 4. And there's 1 more hit. Alrighty, he's about to do some damage. Alright, so his 4 militia, because 1 still gets to fire back at 3. So 1 hit. His cav missed, and his infantry at 5. And there's no more hits, and I do have to lose the Zouave on their 1 hit because he was the one naval invading. And I have to take those casualties first. So, which means we can boost 1 more guy, and since it's just a mountain border, I believe, I'll have to double check on that. I'm actually not entirely sure. I want to say, for some reason I want to say all of these are mountain territory, but I'm not entirely sure on this one. It looks to not be. I think it's just a mountain border. So that, I'm pretty sure it's just a border, so that's how we'll play it. So after first round. Then these guys aren't affected by mountains, so they're there. So they're getting commander and artillery boost. Okay. And then same for these guys. Tank goes up, these guys go up, these guys go up. Okay. That should be correct for this round now. Okay. Round 2. So our tank and our 4 infantry. Got 1 2 hits. Our 2 Zouaves at 4. Got 2 more hits. And then our infantry and our normal arty got 1 2 more hits. And then our heavy arty and our railgun. And no more hits. So 6 total. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. I imagine he would take it like that. So he does still get to defend with a boost for now. No hits on those, and the 3 infantry. And no hits on those. So he is down to those guys. Pretty sure I definitely just deleted that commander. I most definitely did. Did not mean to do that, because I have to roll for him escaping. Or I guess we can in Discord. But 1 guy left. No hits on that round against me, so we'll just roll on. No hits there. And there's the hits I need. So he gets 1 shot back at 5. Actually, should be at 4 this time because the commander's no longer effective. And it's a hit anyway. So we will actually lose the tank. Ooh. Yeah, we'll lose the tank actually. And that is northern Italy taken. So the only things we'll have to do is we'll just have to make sure that Adrian rolls for the escaping commander. And we'll get that figured out. And I have no idea where this army marker is. So we'll just grab this one for now. Alright, and that is a 2 change for France, so up to 41. Italy goes down to 3. And then all of this is in northern Italy, except for I think the railgun, because I'm pretty sure that says they have to start and end in the same territory, or like start their attack and end in the same territory. but I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's how I read the rules, at least. Okay, and I think that's it, so we'll get into non-combat. So this Zouave is going to scooch over this commander. We'll just throw up here for the Italian commander. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys are going to scooch into Bavaria. Going to have one guy rail to Bavaria. These two coastal subs are going to move over. These two transports are going to scoot over here. And then this dreadnought is going to move over as well. This truck is going to move 1, 2 back to Lorraine. And then I think that's about all we want to do with France's stuff. So yeah, we've got 8 guys there, plus the railgun. Alright, so let's get to placing our stuff. Our airship is going on cash and carry, so that's got to go there. Our dreadnought moves up a stage. That can go away. We've got these guys. The two Zouaves, one to northern Algeria, one to Tunisia. The colonials. One's going to go to Romania. And then Western Germany, so he can go out in this army. One's going to go to Bavaria. And then our last colonial is going to go in Bohemia. And then we've got 2 arty and 3 infantry. So the 2 arty are going to go at the factories in Western Germany and Bavaria. And then our 3 infantry. One's going to go to Lorraine. One's going to go to southern France. And we'll just send the other one to Paris. No, he'll go to southern France as well. And I think that's it for now. So with that, we'll go ahead and collect our income and clear this out. Alright, so our income is up to 41. And we will roll our 2d6 for wartime eco. And an extra $6. So literally the same amount that we had last turn. But with that, we'll go ahead and hand it off for Italy and the Ottomans.